Oh,
Yeah.
good luck with that.
Got into us already, by the way.
If it's anything like my experience in recent, like, ultimate junk, you finally, you finally clear, and then you get a bunch of people that have cleared like 100 times, but they don't actually care about clearing. Yeah. Bash, we good? We good? We're good? We can do it? Yeah! Alright, cool, let's do it. My neighbor's gonna hate me because my garage door is open, so I don't... So, like, the paint fumes can, like, leave this... I turned my garage into a gas chamber by accident. Alright, tab back in, hit commence, let's do the thing, let's get in the instance. Let's fuck up Dairy Queen.
Damn, I actually love Dairy Queen.
Yeah. Yeah. So, by the way, Knackle predicted that the ice cream machine, the blizzard machine was going to be fixed. So we'll see about that. Welcome to DRS, everyone. I'll be your host today, Bash Caliber. Before you do anything, you're going to notice some glowing pads at the bottom of the staircase. Don't touch them. Instead, make sure you do your first two actions and your resistance re-raiser and your pure essence for whatever class you are. Okay, so make sure you do essence, your re-raiser, and slot your first two actions, fresh, brand new actions. And then once everything's slotted and the barrier goes down and we are free to move about the cabin, touch the Lost Finds cache and fill out your holster to 99 out of 99. Make sure to not touch the glowing pads until I do the countdown to when we begin, okay? Because once you take those pads, there's no way to come back. Lodestones don't work. Return doesn't work. We only have one chance to be here and to restock, okay? Make sure you get everything sorted out the way you need it. If you do have frags, but you forgot to appraise them, there actually is a resistance appraiser right here. So just be aware of that. Don't think you're shit out of luck if you got the frags, but you don't have the actions. Right? All that good stuff. Yeah. Somebody said earring check. Yeah, if you have BIS for this place, feel free to use it. Or sorry, BIS, what am I saying? If you have haste here, feel free to use it. It's not 100% necessary. It's not really needed at all. The earring gives you haste, it gives you some skill speed and all that good stuff. It's good, it helps out. I'm a filthy NA gamer though, so my ping is so high, I feel like it doesn't even matter for me as a gunbreaker. What would be the point? But up to you. You could totally just be like, oh, whatever, that loser just doesn't want to put on his gear. Maybe that loser doesn't even have his gear. Maybe he's been doing DRS this whole time and he doesn't even have a tank set. What a loser. That's fine. But anyways, make sure your holsters right here, right now are filled out to 99 out of 99. If you are not rank 25, but you did the side quest, you should be like 80 out of 80. Maybe it's a little bit more than that, something like that. I think it's 80 out of 80 or whatever. All I'm trying to say is make sure that if you have that amount of space, X amount of space, you just fill it up. No empty space, no empty slots. Light curtains, potion kits, more re-raisers, ether kits if you're a caster, all that good stuff. If you're one of those guys that just likes to bring dice even without like the GDP holster, as they call it, I guess, then feel free. Sometimes I get off this pad and go, I'm feeling lucky today. I think I'm just gonna roll heal LB3s. Yeah. I was gonna brag, but I'm gonna decide against it. Just make sure you're ready to go. Okay? That's all I can say. Once you've got all the things that you need, stand on the marker with your alliance. Right? Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, self-explanatory. Nobody should be on 1. We don't have an Echo alliance. If you're Foxtrot, you'll be Waymark 2. Ooh. Fucking... I have my playlist going. I got the credits roll for Breath of Fire 3. I don't know if any of you have played Breath of Fire 3, but the song that plays when the credits roll is just fucking... Ow! Fucking good. Oh, it's so good. It's a good fucking game. Dude,
It is,
Breath
though.
of Fire 3 is an RPG that Capcom made. it's like for some reason Capcom doesn't register in my brain as like a group that makes RPG, like turn-based RPGs. But they did, and it's great. And then they made Breath of Fire 4, and I was like, what the fuck is this shit? And then like they haven't made Breath of Fire since I don't know what their most recent one was, but I haven't seen a Breath of.
We don't talk about Dragon Quarter.
Just play Breath of Fire 3. Duck Station. Duck Station isn't just a funny word, by the way. Duck Station means something. Those of you who know, know. And those of you who don't know, well, you should be in the know, you know? I sound like Rye. Alright, cool. No one's at the cache, so here's what's gonna happen. Oh, okay. Never mind. Just double check, open up your holster, make sure that there is stuff in your holster. Sometimes it's very easy to hit the cross, right, instead of hitting confirm. But if you're all full, ready to go, here's how this is going to work, okay? Until I do a verbal countdown, 3, 2, 1, jump, nobody jump, okay? Alpha, Bravo, Charlie alliances will take the left jump pad, essentially the jump pad in front of that column. Delta and Foxtrot are going to take the right jump pad, right? Our Golem lead today is going to be Abandoned Kitten. Now, Abandoned Kitten is on Alpha. If I could have a tank from Golem side volunteer to come over to Slime side. Just want to double check how many tanks we have. Well, there's 1 in Alliance. We have 2 Bravo, 2 Charlie. Okay, actually, we don't need another tank. We just need somebody else, a DPSer or something from Delta or Echo, or sorry, Delta or Foxtrot. If you would like to volunteer, I'll have you as an honorary Alpha member. Syntax, right? Is that what you're doing? Okay, cool. Also, we have 1 extra tank that we don't need on Slime side. If we want to trade another DPS from Golem side for a tank, let's see. Alris or oh man, I can't see your name in the pile of people. El Chin. Either of you are either of you comfortable with Golem side, or would you like to try Golem side? Alris, cool. Can we get a DPS to replace Alris and Charlie? Saunderson, right? You're from Golems coming to Slime? Yes. Okay, so 1 tank on Alpha, 2 tanks on Bravo, 1 tank on Charlie. We're good. Cool. All right. With all that sorted, Abandoned Kitten is going to be leading you to victory over on the Golem side. They're going to be your Golem Ward today, right? So, you know, listen to them. They'll lead you to victory. You'll give a hearty rock and stone when you effectively beat the crap out of all those rocks. If you're Alpha, Bravo, or Charlie, you'll be led by me. That being said, no, you don't have to leave the party. You don't need to leave the party. You just need to swap places. Reason being is that only allows a maximum of 24 people on one side of the arena. So once all 24 people take the jump pad, it stops lighting up. So we did that to just balance it out, and to give hopefully Golems enough tanks to be super comfortable. That being said, I think we're all good to go. Before we jump, let's get ready checks from all alliances. Let me know in Yell chat when you're ready to go. This is going to be our first official ready check here. Bravo ready. Alpha is ready. Foxtrot, Charlie, Delta. Cool, we are all good to go. So, 3, 2, 1, jump, jump, jump. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie on the left pad, Delta, Foxtrot on the right pad. If you are a Rock and Stone gamer, if you are on Golem side, you're going to drop down 1 voice channel to the Golem Gulag gang, and Abandoned Kitten will lead you to victory in voice chat down there. Right? So, if you're a Slimer, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, you should be listening to me. Those are the only gamers that should be listening to me right now. It's all right. I'll take this one, I guess. Oh, ooh, no, I'll take this one. So let's start sorting out positions. True tanks first. All true tanks, pick a letter marker to stand on. All right. One tank per marker. No, you're good. There you go. Now let's get true healers to partner with each of these tanks. You're going to be pocket healing for these tanks. Still need one healer with Delta. There we go. Yeah. Now, any healers that are left over. For example, I'm noticing Keiichi Sunner down there. You are going to be an honorary DPS today. So whenever I talk about DPS mechanics or DPS roles, you're going to just assume that that's what you're doing, okay? You're going to leave the other healers to make sure that they keep their tanks alive and themselves alive. And they'll be doing the healer mechanics. You'll just be beating the snot out of Sanguine Clots. DPS. I need 1 DPS to the 1-way mark and 1 DPS to the 2-way mark. These are going to be our hallway tanks. Cool. Every other remaining DPS, find a letter marker, not a number marker, a letter marker. I need 3 minimum DPS per letter marker. If you notice that all the markers already have 3 DPS, then it's okay to go up to 4. 4 maximum, 3 bare minimum. All right, so let's sort into parties. Let's make sure we have enough people per marker here. So Bravo's good, Charlie's good, Charlie's super good, Delta, Alpha, we're all set. Okay, so this is going to be our room assignments. So to clarify, if you are an Alpha marker right now, you're going to be the northwestern room or the second room on the right, the furthest room away on the left. What am I saying? On the left. Bravo, you're going to be northeast. That's going to be the farthest room on the right. Charlie is going to be the closest room on the right. Delta is going to be the closest room on the left. Okay, that's how that's all sorted out. Tirana, you're going to be north hallway tank. And then Amaya, Oda, you're going to be south hallway tank. Now, do the hallway tanks know what's going on? Are you familiar with your role? Or at least how I handle slime side? Stunning the soldier is not mandatory, no. Stunning the soldier is nice if you're a melee because it just lets you have uptime. But if you're ranged, then you can just outrange the AoE. So, you know, no harm, no foul. Just handling the knights, right? Yes. I don't think I do it any different from most other people. I just have you stand in the doorway or outside of the hallway near the doorway. Try not to fight them in the hallway. Try to pull them out through the doorway if you can. That's the only thing I ask. It's a safety protocol. But yeah, you're going to go to your assigned door. So Tirana, you're going to go to the doorway on the opposite end of the hallway, which is already open. And Amaya, you're going to stay right here at the barracks entrance. So once we open the door, you'll stand right here. Pretty much. And you'll fight the soldiers that spawn at the blue pads right in front of your door. Just make sure not to fight them in the hallway. Don't fight near the green slimes. Just make it as safe as possible for everyone. And we'll be good. First things first. We're going to go over some tank mechanics. We're going to go over what tanks need to do. Tank protocol. So first thing I'm going to introduce to tanks is going to be the... Thought I had to burp. Never mind. I'm going to post this image in Raid text chat here. So this is the breach plan for tanks. So tanks, very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to clear all the potential traps. Now, we're not going to use sweeps. We're not going to use perception to reveal these traps. Instead, we're just going to predict... we're going to essentially walk over every possible tile that the traps could be on with our invulns and completely clear the arena of any and all traps. Now, the way this is going to work, if you take a look at the map, the blue lines are going to be the paths that you run as a tank. You'll have your invuln active while you're running these blue paths, right? The exception will be for the hallway. I will be handling the hallway, so I'll put the danger Dorito over my head. Danger Dorito means I'm dangerous, so until I say it's safe to go down the middle hallway, try not to be close to the giant triangle, okay? Now, for each assigned room, there's a potential trap to the east or the west of the green pad. That's just a fancy way of saying If you're facing north, left or right of the pad, there's going to be a trap potentially. There might not be a trap. There might be a trap. The only way you'll know is if you walk over it and see if it's there or not. So what you're going to do is when you get to your room, you're going to pop sprint first. You're going to activate your invuln, and once your invuln has taken effect, you're going to make a beeline from the doorway straight across to the opposite side of the room and touch the wall on the opposite side. Nice straight line. You're going to cut clean through the middle of that green pad. Just keep going straight until you touch the wall. That will take you through the path where any potential traps are. If you explode, cool. If you don't, no traps. Your room is safe, regardless whether traps pop or not. After you run that line, and then you can go to doing your tank duties, right? If you're a healer or a DPS assigned to that room, please do not enter until you notice that your tank has gone in and cleared the room, okay? Once you see that your tank has reached the opposite side of the wall, or has planted themselves on or near their green pad ready to go, then it should be safe to enter, all right? Now to actual tank mechanics. The whole point of this encounter is to light up all the green pads. The way we're going to light up the green pads is getting a slime to +5 and killing it. Now, we aren't going to kill it. At +5, it casts an ability called Rupture that is a self-destruct. It casting self-destruct on the pad is a valid condition to light the pad up. So what we're going to do is we're just going to set up the slimes so they all start rupturing at the same time. Now, the way we're going to do this is each tank is going to have a healer partner that's going to be bringing slimes into their room for them to lightning shot, tomahawk, unmend, shield lob, provoke, anything that's a ranged aggro generation. You're going to pull it off your healer, and your healer is going to be a conveyor belt for you. So once you pull it off your healer, you're not going to kill the viscous clot. It's a green slime viscous clot. That's what it's called. You're going to put the viscous clot on the center of your green pad. You're going to try to center it as best as you can. And then you're going to let it sit there, right? You're not going to kill it. You can build gauge if you'd like. You know, I'm not going to tell you no. But just don't kill the viscous clot. Your healer will bring in another viscous clot. They'll stand in their corner. You'll simply, then again, lightning shot, tomahawk, whatever it is you do. You'll take the viscous clot off your healer. You'll bring that one on the green pad. And what they'll do is cast an ability called Fusion. When Fusion completes, both of those viscous clots are going to turn into one larger viscous clot. You look on their bar. They'll have two buffs, an attack buff and an HP buff. The HP buff is like a blue and green icon. It's just a solid blue-green background, and it'll say +1. Every time you fuse another one past that point, it'll go up by another 1. So +2, +3, +4 for every viscous clot you fuse into it. Okay? Make sure you keep an eye on that buff, because you're going to continue to provoke slimes off your healer until that buff reads +4. When your slime has a blue and green icon, an HP buff icon that says +4, you're going to stop provoking slimes off of your healer. Your healer will carry an extra slime, and they'll have a slime attacking them in the corner. Don't worry about it, right? That they're just holding on the +1 slime that we. So when you have a slime that has a 4 on the HP buff, and your healer is holding an additional slime, in yell chat you're gonna say something like this. Right, so I'm northeast room, so I'll say northeast 4 +1. When I see this from all 4 rooms, I will do a verbal countdown. I'll say 3, 2, 1, provoke your final slime, right? I might say something beforehand like tanks, target your final slime. That doesn't mean provoke, just target it, get ready for the countdown. 3, 2, 1, provoke. Merge the final slime, and if we all do it at the same time, they'll all go into rupture at the same time, and they'll all self-destruct at the same time, and then all the pads will light up at the same time, and then the encounter will be good. Right? So that's the tank duty, right? Sit on your pad, provoke viscous clots off your healers, get to +4, stop. Wait for me to call the final merge, right? Then you'll provoke your final slime off the healer, right? The one that gets it to +5. And then you'll wait until Rupture starts casting. Once Rupture has been confirmed to start casting and your slime is centered on the green pad, you're going to run north with everyone else. We're all going to run for the hills. Everyone will run for the hills. And we're going to go to this location right here. Okay? So that's the tank duty. Healer duties. You kind of sort of figured out what you're going to be doing through the tank description. But to be more specific, here's what's going to happen. Here's a map in raid text chat. You'll notice that the icons are placed in very specific corners based on the room you're in. This is very deliberate, okay? These aren't just randomly chosen. If you're a healer, take a look at which room you are, right? So if you're alpha, as an example, you're northwest. So if you look at the northwest room, look at where the healer icon is sitting. It's in the northeast corner, right? It's in that northern corner, up against the hallway, right? So if you're in the northern rooms, we're in the northern corner of the room up against the hallway. If you're in the southern rooms, you're going to be in the southern corner of the room up against the hallway wall, okay? This is very important. It helps keep your slimes as far away from everyone else and other slimes as possible while the tanks are doing their stuff and while you're waiting for the tank to take the slime off you. So be aware of where your home corner is. Once you stand in your home corner, you're going to look to make sure that you have a viscous clot. If you don't have a viscous clot attacking you, what you're going to do is you're going to poke your head into the doorway. Try not to go out into the hallway as best you can. You just need to stand in the doorway. You're going to target a viscous clot from the hallway. That's where they spawn. And then you're going to throw out a single target damage spell, okay? So this is like Dosis, it's Broil, it's Glare, it's Malefic, right? No dots, okay? No, none of that, okay? Just single target everything. Same thing with tanks, single target everything. Same thing with DPS, single target everything. I know dancers, it's going to be so painful not to do tech step or standard step, or I get it, but try not to do any AoE, okay? Don't risk it. So back to healers. Single target damage spell, no dots. You're going to attack and aggro one slime at a time, and you're going to pull it into your room. Only once. Only one with you. The tank will take the slime off you. Once the slime is gone, you go back to the doorway, you grab another one, go back to your corner, tank will take it off of you. Do not walk the slime to your tank. If the tank will take it off of you, if the tank isn't taking it off of you, it's probably because something's happening, all right? Let the tank sort it out. Let the tank handle it. When they're ready to go, they will provoke the slime off of you, okay? And you're just going to do that the whole encounter. If you don't have a slime, go grab one. If you have a slime, stand in your corner, wait for the tank to take it off of you, all right? Make sure that you stay healed and your tank stays healed. You are able to heal your tank, but your tank cannot heal themselves. Tanks, if you have things like Shake It Off or Nascent Flash or Aurora or Clemency, don't use it. It generates way too much aggro. We don't have tanks in the hallways. We only have DPS in the hallways for hallway tanks. It'll rip aggro from the soldier, okay? So no self-healing, only let the healers heal you. And that's going to be the healer thing. DPS, arguably the most important task, okay? Once you enter your rooms, once it's safe to enter, there's going to be an enemy in there called a Sanguine Clot. It's a red slime, okay? Sanguine Clot. Your duty is to attack it so it tethers you, and then you're going to take it to your corner. Look at the raid text chat. I have the map in there. It'll show where all the DPS are. You're going to be in the far extreme corners for whatever room you're in. So if you're in the southwest room, you're going to be in the southwest corner. If you're in the northeast room, you're going to be in the northeast corner. The idea is to make sure that when you're fighting these viscous clots, or sorry, the sanguine clots, you're as far away from anyone else as possible and as far away from any other slimes as possible. And all you're going to do is do your 1, 2, 3 rotations with all of your other DPS that are partnered with you, and you're just going to kill the slime. You don't need to use lost actions. You don't need to use food, anything like that. Your rotation and all of your abilities will handle it. You'll kill it before it does fusion. If you notice fusion is casting and you're physical ranged, you can use head graze and silence it. Please interrupt fusion on any sanguine clots you see if you can. But the most important thing is only DPS are allowed to auto attack or do anything with the sanguine clots, okay? Because if you generate aggro on it, it'll tether to you. So tanks, healers, if you notice one's attacking you, don't touch it. No AoE abilities. Tanks, no reprisal. Don't do anything that can generate aggro. Let the DPS attack it. It'll tether to the DPS. They'll take it to their corner and they'll beat its shins in, all right? Not that it has shins, but metaphorically speaking, they'll beat their shins in. And they're going to do that the entire encounter. I'll call out when more sanguine clots appear, so DPS just be at the ready. You shouldn't have to wait for my call, though. As soon as the sanguine clot falls from the ceiling, pick it up, take it to the corner, kill it ASAP. Do that the whole encounter. If they're allowed to fuse with any other slime, they start auto-attacking with tank busters, and it's usually a wipe condition. So just be aware. The most important thing you can do is just pay attention to the sanguine clots, pick them up, take them to the corner, kill them as fast as you can. Now, I know that was a lot, but I think we should be good to go. Let's get ready checks from all the alliances. Golem side is ready to go as well. So once we get ready checks from all of our alliances, I'll let them know, and we'll get started, and we'll finally get on our way to the Dairy Queen. So Alpha is ready, Bravo is ready, Lone D Gamer ready, Charlie ready. All right, cool. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna let them know. Shout, Slimers ready to slime. CD soon. Tanks, make sure your stances are on. All tanks should have their stances on, right? I will be popping the trap in the hallway and in the northeast room. I will give us a countdown. I'll calibrate for 30 seconds. Here we go. Remember, we're not going to use lost actions. If you want to use food now, you can. It's not necessary. It's not mandatory. The ads in this encounter don't do a whole lot of damage. It is what it is. But, yeah. Once I open the door, tanks, make sure you do your breach plan. DPS and healers, just make sure don't enter the room until your tank has cleared the trap. Alright? And if you're in the northern room, wait for me to pop this trap in the hallway here. Hallway is safe. Segment clots have already appeared in your rooms, by the way. So as soon as you get in there, DPS, pick up your segment clot, take it to the extreme corners of your room, and DPS it down, kill it ASAP. Make sure to attack it in the corner, or kill it in the corner. Don't attack it and kill it outside of the corner, okay?
Hi, I'm here.
More segment clots have appeared. DPS, please be aware. Viscous, tanks, just make sure you're centering your viscous clots as best you can. And cycle through your mitigations when you notice it has an HP buff of +3, because they'll start to auto attack pretty heavily at that point. Just mitigate the damage for your healer. Segment clots are out. DPS, please be aware. Pick up your slimes, take them to the corner, kill them ASAP. Right, and if everything goes to plan, this should be nice and slow and boring, and that's good. That means we're going real safe. Segment clots have appeared. DPS, pick up your segment clot, take it to the corner, kill it ASAP. Alright. Segment clots have appeared. DPS, please be aware. Pick up your segment clot, take it to the corner, kill it ASAP. Northwest is 4+1. Northeast is 4+1. Right, don't feel like it's a race. Segment clots are out. DPS, please be aware. Don't feel like it's a race. All you need to do is very carefully get to +4. Make sure your healer is holding that additional slime. Let me know in yell chat when that's good. We're just waiting on southeast. So just tanks, remember, cycle through some personal mitigation. Right, don't use reprisal. Just wait for the call. Segment clots are going to slow down now, so just be aware that they might start spawning again fairly soon. Just keep your eye out. Alright, let's see. Southeast. They got a +4. Their healer's holding 1. So southeast, you are ready. Alright, tanks, target your final slime. 3, 2, 1, provoke. Final merge now. Final merge. Make sure, tanks, that you stay by your viscous clot until you see the rupture cast. Okay, wait for fusion to cast. Then once you see rupture, then we run, alright? I see 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, everyone run for the hills. Run north, run north, run north. If you don't know where to go, just follow the group of people. Everyone's going the same way. Healers, if you notice that any of your allies are dragging behind, just, feel free to rescue them. And drag them with you. We're going to try and get all the way out here to the corner. Right here on the corner at the edge of the dilapidated bridge. Alright. Rupture is occurring in 3, 2, 1. Ba-boom! clean slime side. We're waiting for golems to finish up their red golem. Do not jump on that pad. It's not lit up yet, but stay off that little circle pad. Just confirming Alpha is all alive. Is Bravo and Charlie all alive? Do we have any deaths? Alright, all good in B. All alive in Charlie. Alright, we're just gonna kill soldiers until golems does their thing. Alright, we can take the pad and jump. Very successful slimes, very clean. Expertly executed. That's what we want to see. Make sure to grab these boxes. These are personal spoils, meaning that nobody else can grab them for you. If you don't open that box, you don't get the loot. Alright. We're gonna wait for Golem side to make it on up here. And then, I'm going to open my list just to be safe here. Because Trinity Seeker is still the only fight that I can very easily forget the order. So I just have my little timeline here. You'd think after 3 years I'd memorized it by now, but oh well. That's what you get when you play Gunbreaker for 3 years. Alright, seems like everyone is slowly starting to make their way up. I think everyone's up here. Yeah. Alright, cool. I'm gonna take a main tank volunteer. If you'd like to main tank this encounter, stand on the Alpha waymark. Hell yeah. Elris Rackham. So I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna do. Wait, I got that. Fuck! Buttons! Controller. Here we go. If you are not Elris Rackham, please turn off your tank stance. Alright? Only Elris should have their stance on. Okay? Now, I'm not gonna go into a lot of explanations for this guy. What I will tell you, though, is I call this boss entirely boss relative. I don't use waymarks. Okay? So there's not gonna be any marks on the arena. Since the boss is all the attacks are boss relative, it doesn't, it's just worse. It's just more irritating for my eyes. It's just easier. Trust me. So, when the Four-Sword Adventure happens, alright, which is where he pulls out his Keyblades and they light up in sequence, right? He's going to attack in that pattern. My calls will sound like left, right, or maybe front, back. That's just an easy start on one side, move through to the other. There's patterns that sound like left, right, left, which means that you'll start on left, go to the right side for 2 cleaves after the first cleave, and then after those 2 cleaves are done, you finish on the side you started, right? So it's just a 2-step pattern. So it's either a 1-step or a 2-step. Everything else will be handled with callouts. This guy is very similar to normal mode, just a lot faster, and things aren't telegraphed visually apart from his animations. So just I'll be handling calls. Just do your best to listen to the calls and roll with the punches, and we should be a-okay. A couple things for my runs. I've been forgetting to mention this. I usually do, but I'm gonna go back to mentioning it. LB3s. We save LB3s for healer LB3 only. Only in very specific scenarios will we execute tank LBs, right? Those are like major emergencies, and it's kind of like iffy if we can or not. It's a tough call, but just assume that if you have LB3, we're using it for healer LB3. DPS LB3 is not worth it. It does no damage here. Trust me, you do way more damage doing a rotation than doing your safe day Dorito. Yes, this is the safe Dorito now. This is the safety Dorito. Because you will be using it as a guide during the Ifrit dash mechanics. Another thing, I don't assign backup callers, right? If I make an oopsie doodle fuck up call and you know that it's a fucked up call, don't correct me. If I end up killing the party and wiping it, that's how I learn. That's how I realize I made an oopsie doodle and I need to fix it. If I have people like acting as a safety blanket or like a safety net the whole time, I'm just not gonna learn. I know I've been doing this for 3 years, but there's always an opportunity to learn. So, that being said, no backup calls. Try to keep comms as clear as possible during fights. That doesn't mean don't talk ever. that just means that if you're going to call something that is important to the raid, make sure it's very clear, very concise, and it's, you know, short, sweet, to the point, right? With all that said, make sure you have food active. Make sure we're going to be using our lost actions on this guy. We're going to be using tinctures, all that stuff. We want to kill this guy as quickly as possible, okay? So yeah. I'm going to calibrate. Actually, wait. Make sure everyone's here. See the Danger Dorito? The jumping Danger Dorito? Everyone come to the Danger Dorito. Everyone come over here to the Danger Dorito. Let me know that you're here. You got a pulse. You're ready to go. You're not AFK. You're not asleep at the wheel. Syntax. You want to just, like... there you go. Yeah. I know you're here most of the time, but it's just peace of mind to make sure that you're actually, like, walking around. Okay, Astral, once they're here. Cool. Calibrating for 30 seconds. Get ready for it. The first thing this boss will do is a raid wide. As is tradition with most Final Fantasy bosses. If you want to do, like, pre-shielding or pre-mitigation for that, you totally can. I probably would pre-mitigate a little bit later. Not right now, but just know that's the first thing that's coming. What do you mean no darkness story? We know that this is the LARP kid. Trust me, you'll see. He'll start doing all his desperation moves and all of his Keyblade flashy bullshit. So anyways, here we go. Here comes the raid wide. Make sure we're using our lost actions, everything we've got. Alright, first major mechanic is going to be the Four-Sword Adventure. That's where he holds all his Keyblades out. They're going to glow in sequence. Alright, I will decipher the pattern, and I will tell you which sides are safe to stand on, alright? Pay attention to which way the boss is facing. The boss is facing at us right now. It is going to be a two-step pattern, so be ready for it. It's a right, left, right pattern. Left, right, left. Start on the right side, wait. After the first cleave, move through. Wait for 2 cleaves, that's 1. That's 2, move through. Look away from the orb. Look away from the orb first. Then get away from the flower. Get away from the flower now. Cool. In the hitbox. Everyone in the hitbox. This is a hot wing mechanic. If you don't know what that is, just stand in the hitbox. Tanks in front of the boss. Everyone else behind the boss. Don't move the boss. Everyone behind the boss. Oh. Tanks in front. Share buster. Clear the front. Only Ulrich should be there. If anyone is with Ulrich, both Ulrich and you will die. Okay? So they need to take this one solo. Now, we're going to stay grouped up. He's going to try and chain our souls to the darkness. We're going to use the light within to break these chains, so just wait for the chains to... Yeah. Wait. There they are. Wait for it. Break your chains and get in front of any barricade. Any barricade works, just get in front of a barricade. This is a knockback mechanic. Get knocked back into a barricade. Get back to the boss. He will be jumping away, and there will be some Ravana dashes here, okay? You'll be following the Danger Dorito for this. We're just going to be following the sequence the clones appear. So we're going to head on over to the northeast corner of the arena. Let's see, is it a knockback? No, it's a hide. We're going to sprint to the next barricade, counterclockwise, behind this barricade, behind. Quick. Oh, come on! Right. Get back to it. Stay grouped. There's going to be a raid wide here. And then he's going to try and hit us with a line beam, okay? Friendship is magic. Friendship is power. The light prevails, alright? You don't want to take this line laser by yourself. You'll get sent to the fucking darkness dimension. Nobody wants to play as a Heartless for all of Hollow Bastion. Trust me, it fucking sucks. Alright. So now we're going to get some line AoEs. We're going to stay grouped up. We're going to bait some regular Walmart-branded line lasers. Alright? See this? Use your eyeballs and just walk out of it. Now, he's going to do some sand and stone stuff. Look at the ground. Yellow sand. Stand on yellow sand. The next 2 colors, there's going to be Earth Shakers, all right? You're going to see it might be on you, it might be on somebody else. You're going to see yellow lines tethered to 3 people. Those 3 players need to, on the safe color, rotate away from the party, okay? So he's going to jump. Everyone on blue. If you get the yellow line, rotate away from the group. Stay on the safe color, rotate away. Go. On blue. Right? Last color on yellow. On yellow. Rotate away from the party. Yellow, yellow, yellow is safe. Watch out for the line lasers. Use your eyeballs. I trust you. Alright, we're going to see a raid wide here. So brace for impact. Now, don't turn the boss. Pay attention to which way the boss is facing. Very soon afterwards, it's going to be intercardinal of the boss far out. Here we go. Intercardinal of the boss far out. Just prepare for this. Intercardinal of the boss far out. If you don't know how to greed this, do not greed this. Be safe. Do not get hit. That thrice come ruin counts as a damage down. Alright, he's going to jump back to the center. There's going to be some more Ravana dashes. Now, these set of dashes are going to be paired with the 4-sword adventure. Okay, so as soon as we do the dashes, we're going to have to do our 4-sword truffle shuffle, alright? So just be ready for that. Alright, follow the danger Dorito. We're going to the southwest. Easy pattern. It is a back, back, front, front pattern. So as soon as this last dash goes, get behind the boss. Get behind the boss, get behind the boss. Wait for 2 cleaves, and then we will move in front of the boss for the last 2. There's 1. There's 2. Move through. The seasons are changing. Look away from the orb. Look away from the orb first, then get away from the flower. Get away from the flower now. Nice, nice, nice. Group up, group up, group up. He's going to try and chain our souls to the darkness. Break these chains. Spread apart. Free yourselves from whatever bullshit magic that is. This is a raid wipe. Little bit of mitigation, some healing. Clear the front side. There's going to be a solo buster. It does cleave. So just clear the front side. Don't be near Alrus. Alright. Let's just be safe. Alright. Now he's pissed. He gave us a little bit of a break. This is going to be the 4-sword adventure with sand or stone. Alright, we're going to start on 1 color. Then do the truffle shuffle. And then end on the opposite color. Alright, so get ready. Pay attention. It is going to be a left, left, right, right pattern. Left, left, right, right. The color that we want to stand on is yellow. Stand on yellow sand, yellow sand, yellow sand. Wait for 2 cleaves. There's 1. There's 2. Move through. End on blue. End on blue. Middle is blue. End on blue. 1 more color. Don't let it debate you, okay? Here comes 1 more color, and then the seasons will change afterwards. Stay on blue. Stay on blue. Stay on blue. The seasons are changing. Get ready to look away from the orb. There will be line lasers with this, alright? So what you're going to do is do the white lines first, then the orange, okay? White, then orange. White, then orange. Get away from the flower. Get away, get away, get away. Group up as best you can. Well, it's going to be a raid wide here. And then get ready to stack inside the boss's hitbox. It is a hot wing mechanic. You can be in line with the boss's front or back side, just do not be on the boss's flanks. That's how a hot wing works. The sides are dangerous. In front, behind, and underneath the boss are safe. Here it comes. Hot wing. Now, here comes a doozy. This is a knockback or hide, and then mercy swords. The mercy swords are going to be executed by a clone on the side, alright? There's going to be a nobody on one of the sides. We're going to be dealing with the nobody for the sword, please, alright? So there it is, south. It's going to be a knockback. So we're going to knock back over here with the Danger Dorito. It's going to be a 2-step pattern, so be ready for it. It's going to be a back, front, front, back. Back, front, front, back. Get knocked back first. To the clone. Behind the clone. Wait for the first cleave. Move through to the front. 1. 2. Move through to the middle of the arena. Stay grouped, stay grouped, stay grouped. Break your chains. Healers in the center. Healer LB3. Healers in the center. Healer LB3 now. This is a raid wide going out, so just be aware. There's going to be some mild healing afterwards. Okay, this is going to be brick or sand with a knockback or hide. We're going to try and kill this guy, but we're probably going to see this mechanic. So get ready to stand on the safe color. It's going to be a knockback. Easy pattern. Get ready for the color. Get ready to stand on the safe color. Blue. Stand on blue. Stand on blue. Put your back to a barricade. Back to a barricade. Alright, get back to him and kill him. We're not going to let him do this next move. This next desperation move is the nasty one. None of that. Alright, stay in the arena. We have some people taking a nap. Alright, we're going to wake them up nice and gently. How how we're gonna do this, we're gonna have the healers stand on their bodies, then they're gonna throw rocks in their face, and then they're gonna start arising. Super gentle and generous, I know. But one healer per body, stand on the body to show that you are the one resurrecting. Hearing Vash yell out when a bunch of people get yeeted to death puddle will not be funny. Yeah. I mean, like, what else am I supposed to say? Like, you lose, you lost the game. I don't know. Fucking goddamn. I don't know. You are a winner. Well, I don't know if they're gonna be a winner if they're like getting slap-a-rooned in the butthole or, yeah. Ravioli, ravioli, what's in the pocket, Oli? I miss Papa Franku. Alright, so make sure you grab your box. I think we still have a couple people taking a nap here. If the Perceptor... Oh, Perceptor has already done the thing. If you would like to continue on, you're going to take a right turn. Do not take the glowing jump pad. You're going to take a right turn, head on to Dahu, just like normal mode. Avoid all the traps. Be very careful. Be manual about it. Don't sprint or auto-run into traps, please. Stop at the doorway. Don't stop at the arena. Stop at the doorway, please. Oh, here we go. Ritual prayer, you're up. This next one. This one's got it. It's this one. No, sorry. I meant it's the next one. That's what I meant. See? Yeah. It just felt a little weird. That's right. Yeah, in this environment, it's a 15% chance only if the healer has a divinity pure. If you're not a healer with divine, then your rise is 100% chance to miss. Otherwise, it's 15% if you're a healer with the right pure essence. So we're gonna stay right here. We're gonna wait for the duelists to do their thing. There is a tank dueling, which means that it's gonna be 100% guaranteed clear. I just know it. I'm not jinxing it. I have total faith in Abandoned Kitten. Fucking, it's in the bag, dude. Are you telling me that a fucking warrior man mode can't do it? 30 seconds? That sounds like some like impetus blood rage dump shenanigans. At least that's what it sounds like to me. That was the only way I could get something that quick. Alright, so do not start Dahu. This is strictly for the duelist. I look like I have the sun in my lap. I just looked over at my camera. My lamp is up here, but it's reflecting off my little manual for my Gunpla. But yeah. Alright, cool. Wait for the RP text. Rock and Stone! There we go. Alright. Now, the only thing I'm going to explain for this loser... Oh, wait, this one. Here we go. Is, there is a limit cut mechanic. I know, he's a fucking limit cut. Nobody likes limit... It's going to be really easy. I'm gonna explain this really simply. Remember limit cut, how it puts dots over your head, kind of like dice dots? What you're going to do is you're going to count the dots that you have. If you have 1 dot, you're going to go to the 1-way mark. If you have 3 dots, you're going to go to the 3. 2 to 2, 4 to 4. Put the square in the square hole. All right, that's how we do limit cut. The attack is called Spit Flame. What if you're numerically challenged? Can you count to 8? Maybe. Can you count to 4? That's only 50% of 8. Totally. I have total faith in you then. With that being said, Alris, just fucking yank it whenever you're good to go. Crank it. Not the hog, but like the giant angry pickle there. So first thing this guy's gonna do is he's gonna roar. There's gonna be rocks that fall from the ceiling when he roars. Ah, yeah, avoid that. Yeah, see that? He's gonna roar one more time. So just use your eyeballs again. Yeah, avoid that. He's gonna lean forward and dash. Do not be in front of him. So he's going north. Clear his front side. He's gonna dash one more time. Get ready for it. Whee! And use your eyeballs. I trust ya. Once he's done doing his Fatalis Breath bullshit, you can take him to the center. And, oh, it's on Mistress. Make sure your stances are off. Only Alris should have their stance on, please. Alris, make sure your stance is on just in case. Alright, so now what we're going to see is we're going to see some dashes. There's going to be spit flames. So look over your head. This is your limit cut mechanic. 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4. Put the square in the square hole. I trust you. Make sure you stand on the waymark. Stand on the waymark. Trust me, those monsters don't hurt you. Alright, get ready for the temper tantrum. You're going to avoid this, and then once it clears up, you're going to stand where it was. Go to where it was, where he slammed. Yeah, we're just going to alternate like that. Now he's going to scream again. He's going to knock you back. Get knocked back to the gap on the wall. You know how to avoid it. You can do the secret jutsu. No! I biffed it! Alright. Merry-go-round, 5 cleaves. Just follow along. Casters, you can stand on the Danger Dorito. The Danger Dorito will stop where it's safe to cast. It's safe to cast right here. That's 4 and 5. Right, now, we're going to play Mr. President. Alris Rackham is our president. He's going to start getting targeted and tethered by all these lions. Rackham will start to do a Beyblade maneuver, so if the ball starts spinning around in circles, do not worry. There are no positionals here. Anyways, the points are imaginary. Yeah, the points don't matter. So we're just going to AoE these down. Make sure that we DPS this down as best we can. Please keep some solid healing on Alris. Treat this like a really nasty tank buster. Get your padding. Get your funny numbers up. I know everyone loves their funny numbers. And let's get back to it. Now, everything we just saw is going to happen rapid fire. Order of operations is going to be Fallen Rocks, Inner Temper Tantrum into Limit Cut. All right, so here comes the Fallen Rocks. He's going to roar. Yeah, okay. Use your eyeballs. Get ready for the slam. Here comes the slam. Here comes the slam. All right, avoid this. And then dodge into it. Dodge into it. Look over your heads. Here comes Spit Flame. 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4. Do that now. Do that now. This one is important. Tanks, if you get a flare, you're going to 3 and 4. If you don't have a flare, you're going to 1 and 2, okay? So flares, go south. Everyone else go north. Get knocked back north. Otherwise, if you're a flare, get knocked back south. Here comes the knockback. Yeah, there we go. And kill him. Ooh, kill him. Please careful with the bleeds if you got hit by that puddle. Ooh. Somebody almost ate it. All right. Oh, is the floor clean? Is everyone good? Somebody on the floor? No? Yes. Hold up, healers. You are not allowed to. If you are a healer, you're not allowed to leave. I'm gonna make sure. Fiji Higuri. Yeah, dude, it's the ritual prayer, 100%.
Thank you.
Resurrect them from the dead. Well, it wasn't me. It was the guy that was actually arising you. My ritual prayer does nothing.
Either way, thank you.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna move on to the next encounter. We are now entering the parking lot in front of Dairy Queen. We're already in the parking lot, but this is the favorite. This is the best part, dude. We get to fucking fist fight the employees of Dairy Queen. We're gonna ask them if the Blizzard machine's broke. If it ain't broke, we're gonna jump for joy. If it's broke, we're just gonna sit there and seethe, right? And we're gonna contemplate. You know, we're gonna plot. Maybe not murder, but uh-oh. Wait, they're still duking it out. Hell yeah, dude. Wait a minute. Everyone, come over here. We're gonna wait for Abandoned Kitten. Yeah, dude! Right here. Hell yeah. Raid boss down. Yeah, careful with that final trap. Don't forget there's a trap at the bottom of the staircase. Only once did I forget there was a trap there. And it was a poison trap, so I was good. But don't let that happen to you because it might not be a poison trap. If you saw an explosion trap at the beginning, then it's poison. If you saw a poison at the beginning, it is guaranteed to be an explosive. So yeah, no, this is our duelist, Abandoned Kitten. Let's give him a round of applause for clearing the duel. We weren't able to continue because they were still in the duel. The battle was still red hot. So now we're going to continue on to the next encounter. Dairy Queen employees, we're going to go beat the tar out of them. But yeah. So, Ben Kitten found some strange things in the pocket of the guy that was sitting there loitering in the parking lot. So Ben Kitten is just going to be, you know, they're going to have a little bit more oomph in combat. Let's just say that. Things aren't going to hurt as much. You know, who knows what she found on that guy. But, oh well. So, welcome, Queensguard. We're gonna set up. This fight's gonna take a little bit of setup. It always does. There's a lot of moving parts to it. But once we get everything sorted, it'll be super safe, super easy. Where's the Dairy King? Oh, so the species of manager that the Dairy Queen is the same species of something like a jumping spider or a praying mantis. If there ever was a Dairy King in the picture, and they participated in any form of coitus, yeah, the guy doesn't have a head anymore. So there's no Dairy King anymore. So the Burger King was more like a divorcee from the Dairy Queen. He got out before he got. So, anyone with lost power blood? I don't, unfortunately. Hopefully somebody does, because you're going to be doing fat numbers. Let's get tank volunteers for all of the markers that you see ahead of you. If you would like to main tank, it's going to be 1 and 2. If you would like to Orsphere tank, that is going to be any of the letter markers. Go on, don't be shy. I've done this hundreds of times before. It's better that you guys get an opportunity over me. Alright, cool, here we go. So we're going to swap out your number to a hex 1. Focus target. Focus target 1 and 2. Target to ignore 1 and 2. Target to bind 1 and 2. Here we go. So, if you have these marks over your head, they mean specific things. If you are target to ignore 1 and 2, you're going to be aura spheres in the north. 1 and 2 are going to be aura spheres in the south. If you have a 1 on your marker, you're going to be the first wave of aura spheres. If you have a 2 on your marker, it's going to be second aura sphere. All right. 1 and 2, target to focus, are going to be our main tanks, so Elris Rackham and Garden Tool. They are also going to be our turret tanks. So when second phase comes around and the turret tanks show up, or the turrets show up, they're going to be the ones picking up aggro and then involving that sniper shot. Okay. Are there any tanks that are unfamiliar with what they need to do with their role? Any first-time tanks, or maybe first-time ever? Hell yeah, me, let's go. Wait. Oh, right, yeah. I'll go over the main tank stuff in just a moment here. Who was it? Chain South. Abandoned Kittens, yes. So, Chain South, all that means, let me get the picture, the map. There you go. So I'm gonna put this map in Ray text chat. This is gonna be, during the final phase, this is going to be like the setup for all the orbs. You're familiar with this. You've been around. I know you've seen it. But the red orb is going to be the aura sphere. So essentially, pretty much right where you're standing, give or take right around here-ish, there's going to be an aura sphere ad that appears during that last hurrah, that last resort. Cut my life into pieces. You know, all you're going to do is make sure your stance is on. You're going to provoke it, and then everyone else is going to try to help you kill it as fast as possible. Once it's dead, you're gonna get an orange arrow over your head, and you're going to invul it. You're just gonna home gang and, you know, just fucking take it like a man or a woman or just a warrior. Fucking warrior main. Fucking warrior main. All that good jazz. Or a child. I think a child would get squashed by something like that. Anyway, that's gonna be aura sphere. Right, Mistress Kiki will do the same thing. Only she will. They will handle the second aura sphere. Right. Same thing is going to happen in the north. Aotha Tia. Aotha. Fuck, dude. Lore accurate names, man. My brain. Sir Tia will be first in the north, and then El Kid will be second in the north. So same function. Just make sure as soon as your ad is dead, you invuln once you get the orange arrow over your head. Now, Garden Tool. You'll be tanking the eastern ads, which will consist of first the Queen's Warrior, then the Queen's Gunner. Okay, the Queen's Warrior you will take. I'll put my markers up. You will take to Bravo as soon as once all 4 of the bosses jump away and we finally go into the first phase where it's just the Knight and the Warrior. You will take the Warrior immediately to Bravo, so that way Alris can maneuver the Knight into the center of the arena, and then you'll tank the Warrior there. Just be sure to save any gap closers if you can. I know that, like, if you're like me and you just fucking rough divide every chance you get for potency in your burst windows, you might not have it. Just keep sprint at the ready. Every major mechanic, when it's done resolving, make sure you get back to your Warrior as quickly as possible. When we get to the Gunner, you're going to hold the Gunner for just a split second, right? Once it spawns, you're going to let the Soldier actually get some distance to Delta, and then you'll bring it to the center as best you can without it tethering, all right? Now, the added thing is you're not allowed to move away from the Gunner until you get your Onion Ring. I know you're familiar with that mechanic, but just remember, until you see your Onion Ring, you should not ever leave your Gunner when a mechanic is happening, right? The best part is most of the time, you're going to be able to stay right up against the Gunner with your Onion Ring. So if you're familiar with the safe spots and the melee uptime, you shouldn't ever have a problem. But if you do need to go to the safe spot and you're not comfortable with the uptimes, just be sure not to leave without your Onion Ring, because otherwise, you know, one of them is going to run you down and give it to you. And if they get too close to one another, they tether, and it gets a little spooky after that. And just be aware that you're going to be handling the turret that spawns between the Gunner, which should be in the center at that point in time, and the Bravo marker. Essentially where the Queen's Warrior is right about now is where you should be looking for that turret. You'll provoke it. You'll make sure you can spam fucking shield lob, whatever it is you want to do to generate aggro, or you can just damage it. Just tank it, and when you see Sniper Shot at about 70% of the way through the cast, then Hallowed Ground. Can I get 2 Dispel volunteers, please? I need 2 Dispellers. Even if it's your first time, you have no idea what it is, I will tell you what it is, and we can get you doing some cool shit. We are jumping. So let's see, Keely and Seth, you're gonna be the fucking word, Dispellers. Yeah. Okay, so we have our 2 Dispellers. Next, I need people to call out Reflect, 1 for each alliance. Now, I know we don't have Echo Alliance, so somebody is just going to have to cover Echo Reflect Spheres. Alright? So, Alpha, Echo, Foxtrot, Syntax. Yeah, okay, so, never mind. You said E like 3 times, I was like, oh shit. Bravo, Alpha, Echo, Foxtrot, Bravo, Delta, looking for Charlie. If you have light curtains, by the way, you can help out by reflecting orbs. If you're a tank, it's gonna take 2 reflects to kill. If you're not a tank, it'll take 1 reflect. But if you only have like 5 light curtains, I would consider being a backup rather than like an official reflect G. Interesting. Yeah. It's because their passive defensive stats are too high. That's why there was a while where I liked going Savior Tank, because it let me do, like, insane healing. And I could reflect and dispel. But it made me real squishy. So, either way. So we had a Charlie reflect, correct? Abandon, you're going to be taking Charlie, right? Yeah, I'm just trying to get verbal confirmation from, or text confirmation from somebody that they're going to be covering Charlie Reflect. Is anyone covering Charlie Reflect? I can. Okay, cool. Thank you, Sonder. Are there any reflectors that this is their first time? They have no idea what's going on. Make sure you're wiggling, by the way, so you don't like get booted. Me. Okay, cool. Let's see. You are. What are you doing? What are you doing? Reflect delta. Okay, cool. So here's how this is gonna work. If you take a look at the map that I put in Raid text chat, it's gonna show a bunch of black and blue circles. Ignore the red ones. The red ones are just for the tanks. What you're gonna do is you're gonna find the black circle that has the letter for what you volunteered to clear, right? So you're clearing delta. If you look on the map, right here is where your orb is pretty much gonna spawn. All right, it's gonna spawn pretty close to the edge of the arena. And what you're going to do is you're going to stand underneath it and you're just going to spam reflect, essentially. If you have the reflect skill, you're just going to spam reflect. Don't slot reflect in now, right? Especially if you're a healer. You can slot reflect in when this phase occurs or after the knight and the warrior have been down, right? It's better to slot... What? I just said the wiggle!
He really did.
Oh, I'm getting messaged. Wait, I think that might be the guy.
His name was.
Watch, please.
His name was Colback Leibler.
From Zalear, Mike Data Center.
Wait a minute. Alright. Zach. I am strumming. I have this, unfortunately.
I think they were spellcaster. Black Mage?
Did I? One sec. Oh, right. Greedy, I think, is doing a run now, too. Trying, or setting up for one. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, just double checking. Okay. They were red mage. Maybe they DC'd? Or did they actually, like, get kicked? Like, they're not in the party at all anymore.
No, we have an empty spot. They're gone.
Okay. Can I have one of the individuals from Foxtrot file in to replace them? While that's being handled, sorry. Back to Delta Reflect. For the individual who's doing Delta Reflect, remember that this is where your orb starts on the map. This is, the map is true north. All that good stuff. It'll start here. You'll pop your reflect. And then once this one is dead, after you stand in the AoE, let the reflect hit you. It'll kill the orb. You'll move over here to this one. There'll be an orb over here. This will be the second one that you handle. So as soon as they show up, you stand at the one where you're standing, reflect, let the AoE hit you. It'll kill the orb. And then you move to this one over here. Same thing. Reapply reflect. Stand in the puddle. Let it hit you so it kills itself. And that'll happen twice. So that'll be the first wave. There'll be a little bit of a downtime, and then another wave of orbs will spawn. You'll handle it just the same way. You'll come right down here in between the 3 and the Charlie marker, and then you'll end in between the 3 and the Delta marker. All right. So that's... We have reflectors. We have dispellers. Our tanks know what they're doing. Cool. Just confirming, did we have somebody... Okay, cool. Somebody left Foxtrot. Bravo should be set. All right. I'm going to explain just 2 mechanics. We're going to talk about French fries. We're going to talk about onion rings. This is, in fact, the Dairy Queen raid. They will try to tempt us with goods and services to catch us off guard so they can beat our asses, but it's not going to work. And I'm going to tell you why. The French fries are super salty, they're overcooked and soggy, and they're nasty. All right? The onion rings are golden, but we'll get to the onion rings in just a moment. The French fry mechanic, okay, happens during the knight and the warrior phase, so it's the first phase. What's going to happen is they're going to try to push us away into these puddles, okay? There's either going to be a purple puddle or a green puddle. Green wind or purple gravity. Now, one of the warriors... the warrior will either chain you or he won't chain you. If you have a chain, you're going to go to the wind. If you're not chained, you're going to go to purple. Don't worry about that. I'll make the call for that when we get there. But the most important thing is when you get to your puddle, you need to be ready to dogpile on the knight. And it's because the knight is going to try and attack with either a donut or a point-blank AoE. So the sword or shield mechanic, just like you saw from normal mode. However, he's going to try and bait us with french fries, right? If you go to the french fry, you will die. You will get hit. It'll hurt a whole bunch. You'll be there like Peter Griffin on your knee for like 10 years going, ah, ah. Okay. Find the side that doesn't have a french